What's up guys, and welcome back to Slice. Today we're making an absolute classic spaghetti meatballs. It's going to feed 6 people, so let's get right into it. To make this you'll need 400 grams of lamb mince, 400 grams of beef mince to make the meatballs. To season the meatballs we're going with 5 cloves of garlic, 1 whole red chili and a bunch of fresh rosemary. For the sauce we're going to need 1 whole brown onion, 1 stick of celery, 2 carrots and 1 jar of tomato passata. And finally, of course, you'll need 500 grams of spaghetti. So I'm going to start by prepping all my ingredients. I'm going to start with my onion by halving it, peeling it and chopping it, making sure you keep the root intact and cutting as close together as possible to get the smallest pieces. Once that's diced, I'm going to start on my celery, and in the same way we're just going to cut them into fine lengths and then chop them up finely as well. And you want to keep it the same size as everything else. And the same thing with the carrot, washing it, peeling it and chopping it up to a similar size. Then we're moving on to the filling for the meatballs. I'm going to start by crushing the garlic, peeling it and chopping it up into fine pieces. Same thing with the chili, I'm keeping the seeds in and then just cutting them into thin lengths and then chopping it finely. And also with the rosemary, I'm just going to pull them off the stalk in the opposite direction. It comes off really easily. And then I'm going to use the cross chopping method to chop them up real fine. Once you've done that, you can add everything to your meatball mix, season it well with some salt, and we're going to start rolling them, making sure that they are all a similar size, that way they will cook very evenly. And once you finish rolling all of them, we're going to sprinkle them with a little bit of flour, and what this will do is it will form a nice crust when you brown it in a pan, and it will also help to thicken the sauce very slightly. Okay, so now in a nice hot pan you're going to color off your meatballs in some oil, and once they're nicely colored on one side you can give the pan a shake, and once they're nicely colored all around you can remove them from the pan and you are left with what you call fond at the bottom, which is like a sort of caramelized meat residue. To that you're going to add your onions, carrots and celery and cook that off for a bit. Once they're nicely softened you can add your meatballs back and add your passata back to that. And then what you want to do is take the jar, fill it with water or pasta water and add the same amount back in. Stir it and cook it on a low heat for about 20 to 30 minutes at least. And then you want to cook your pasta over some boiling salted water for about 10 to 12 minutes. And once your sauce is finished, you can combine the two together and that's it, your dish is finished. And so to plate up, I'm just going to add a nice pile of spaghetti that's been tossed in the sauce, add my meatballs, and when no one's looking, add as much cheese as you want to it. Okay, so that's 6 portions at just £2.13. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please like, subscribe, and follow me on my socials at sliced_YT.